Hello, beautiful Sagittarius, and welcome to your message. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and a priestess of the Magdalene, Isis, Avalon, all the things, okay, lineages. So a lot of you guys here resonate with that energy, like attracts like. So my soul frequency calls out through the ethers, even if you're here for the very first time. You know, who knows? Maybe we brush shoulders or cross paths in Atlantis or another star system. So either way, you're here for a reason, okay? So welcome to your message, you guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to clear real quick using my witch bells. You guys in the title, you guys already know why you're here. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new, definitely subscribe. You know the drill. You don't want to lose a channel, okay? So here we go. You can always close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through the mouth. Our breath work and our breath, which is our prana, it's our life force. It's what gives us life in these bodies. When the breath stops, so do we, you know, on a physical level. Right now, the breath is our biggest, strongest medicine for grounding, for clearing. It's really, 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 really strong. And a lot of people tend to shy away from the breath work because it can be uncomfortable. It can be physically uncomfortable. A lot of people, like most people walking around, you know, with overstimulated like nervous systems, etc., they aren't taking full like conscious breaths during the day. Like they're just in survival operation robot mode, and they're taking shallow breaths. So they're super connected from like their actual natural life force energy, which can make them feel very low energy because not enough oxygen is circulating through your blood, getting to your heart, etc., right? So whoever's tuning in right now, my loves, this is a guidance for you. I'm also going to get a couple cards from this angel guidance deck, like just see what it wants to talk about. It could be your money, it could be anything. But it's from the angels. But immediately, like, if you are new here, you know, you guys who, you know, you're with me regularly or you've been with me for a little bit or whatever, you guys know the drill. Like, my channeling is like, you know, like what we receive directly from the oversoul, etc. Like, that's golden, you know, and the cards just are the medium, right? So, okay. So breath work. Are you feeling sluggish? Breath work. Are you having trouble sleeping at night, in uninterrupted sleep, which makes you feel even more foggy-brained and tired in the morning? Breath work. And I'm not talking about meditation. I mean, yeah, meditation is always fantastic. Again, that's another thing that people have resistance with because they have a hard time just sitting, ignoring their phone. You know, they're all high, like the EMF waves and the Wi-Fi has hijacked their sense of calm within their body, etc. So it can be very difficult. Like people get frustrated, or it's just like very triggering sometimes to sit down and to meditate because of what it's kind of forcing you into, as far as like, you know, connection and calm and all that. So anyways, my point is I'm not breath, like I'm talking about conscious breathing, belly breaths, doing sets of breath work, tapping in with tantric breath work, kundalini, like fire breathing, that kind of stuff, okay? And I'm not talking about like all the new age spiritual crap out there right now that's flooding your feeds of, do you want to activate and awaken your kundalini? Sign up for this and we'll activate your kundalini, and you see them doing all this stuff and the people are convulsing, and you know what I mean? That's not a natural kundalini awakening, you know what I mean? And that's not even a real kundalini awakening. So anyways, another subject for another time. My point of this is that your breath, for a lot of what you're feeling, if you're feeling on edge, if you're feeling irritable, if you can't sleep, if you're even affects like your body's like, you know, internal clock, like your periods or, you know, other things. So I'm telling you, it's the breath. It's the breath, okay? So do what you can. Okay, so positivity, faith, and optimism. We see the angel here with the lions, the baby cub, and the lamb. So, you know, immediately it's giving like angelic presence of strength, spirit animals. But it also is like leadership, and you know what I'm getting is like vulnerability, like pure of heart, inner child, innocence, being a strong warrior, a leader, being fierce like the lion, but being gentle and loving and curious and playful like the baby cub or the lamb. It's a balance. Maybe it's about finding your balance right now. Because kind of what I'm getting for you guys, being a fire sign, I mean, you guys are Jupiter, you guys literally rule positivity and optimism and all that. But I feel the stuff that your zodiac, you know, is connected to in that way, I feel like that's the exact stuff that you've really been struggling with. And that's okay to be like, yeah, I'm struggling. Yeah, it's been so difficult, Erica. Like, thank you for touching on this, because I feel like I'm going crazy because I feel like I don't have anyone that gets it or that I can talk to about it. You know, everyone around me, you know, maybe you're a parent, so your kids are demanding things of you, go, go, go. Or maybe you're in a marriage or a partnership where it's the spouse and the expectation of, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Or maybe it's work, the expectation of work, or a boss or a team, or do you know what I mean? There's something about like releasing the expectations and setting more clear, loving boundaries. Loving being the operative word. And I'm not saying, when I say what I'm about to say, I'm not saying you guys. I'm saying in general, what I literally keep witnessing like so much, it's crazy, is like the distorted spiritual ego, spiritual egoism that's out in the spiritual world right now, or collective community, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's crazy. People are acting like a-holes and biatches to other people, their partners, or, you know, friends, or just whatever. It's, you know, it's like, I'm putting up boundaries. These are my boundaries. They use what's meant to be very healthy in a very toxic way. So like, an example is being like, you're spiritually awakening, but maybe your spouse or your partner is not spiritually awakening. You're the awoken one. You're meant to come and operate with the lens of love. And none of us are perfect. And yes, this is a learning curve to all of this ascension protocol, etc. But the one thing we're not supposed to do is use our growth and our awakening like that, in a condescending, manipulative, backhanded, passive-aggressive kind of way. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? And I know a lot of you guys do, because you've witnessed it yourself, or you've had it done to you. Okay, so here's the message. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going, mi amor. There you go. Beautiful. So this is kind of like the overall for your message today. I'm going to just touch on a few things, channel some things as far as like overall general, touch on some romance message, and then we're going to end the reading, because these aren't going to be very long. These aren't going to be very long. Not until the views start rising more and the algorithm shift. Because basically, like, I will always do these messages, but like, you know, it's just not worth my energy to like do a 40-minute reading when 300 people are seeing it. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I know you know. All right. So, but you know, honestly, like, that's what a lot of people like. They like to come in and they like to get the message. And I know a lot of you guys like the longer messages, but honestly, like, most people, like a 20-minute message is like a good amount of time for a reading. You know, even for me, I like that. I like that. 20, 25 minutes, I think it's perfect. You know? So keep the faith and keep going. The lion spirit, when you tune into a reading with me, you know, like, you're gonna, like, the stuff that comes through, it's gonna be a big confirmation, but you're gonna see it afterwards more than anything. You'll get this, so you'll start seeing messages of how, you know, you probably already are, but like, just keep going, you're almost there. You know, it's always darkest before the dawn, silver lining, all that. And then you might see the spirit animal, or you already are, the lion and the lamb. Okay, release jealousy. Ooh, this is a trigger. Because no one likes to admit that they are insecure or that they are maybe jealous, whether it's jealous of, you know, like if you're a woman, you see other beautiful women, or there's something about like comparing your life, your journey to other people. And that's like, we're not here to compare apples to oranges. And I know you guys know that. We all know that. But yet we have all been guilty of it, for sure. Especially like if you've gone through trauma and you've had like wounds of like mother, father stuff. Okay, this kind of stuff is seen like crazy. Okay, so let's see what it says. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something. Okay, so your spirit, okay, I see. You guys, this feels also like you're like, it's like unconscious, like it's so programmed and you've healed a lot of it. This feels like unconscious, like you may not even be aware of it sometimes. Like, let's say you're like on Instagram and all of a sudden this reel pops up and it's, you know, someone who's making all kinds of money and they're doing super well, or they're successful and they've got this beautiful, you know, soulmate that they're with, or partner that they're with, and this beautiful family, and it seems like they have the most picturesque, perfect life. And maybe your first initial like response and feeling is, ugh, God, or ugh, must be nice, or ugh, I wish I had that. I wish I had that. Okay, whatever it is, but that's what I'm getting. So it's like, again, everyone's situations are different. This is collective, not personal. So take it how it connects for you, but it's coming through. So clearly this is some kind of obstacle that you are, and this could also be old stuff that's coming up that's triggering these wounds as well. Like old, you know, blockages, wounds, whatever. Okay. So basically, like when we become jealous or we get like that over other people or this or that, it's a direct affirmation to the universe saying, I don't have this. And the universe will always, it's a mirror, an identical mirror. So the universe will always manifest to you exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire you rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. And that's the thing. We're all magicians. We are all souls having a human experience. We are all magicians. We are all alchemizers and master alchemists, even though most people aren't conscious to that fact. A lot of people don't believe in the law of attraction. You know what I mean? So you have an upper hand here. Like, you do know about it. You know about the Wheel of Fortune and Jupiter's energy. And you know that like what you think about, you bring about, and what you speak, you create. Like, you know that. You know that your feelings and what you're feeling. Because here's another thing is what people do when they're manifesting. Again, I'm not saying you, but I think this rings a bell for some of you guys for sure. And this is like I want to help people with manifestation more. You know, I'm not like the end all be all like perfect manifester, but I'm pretty damn good at it and seeing the ins and outs and helping people with it. It's a lot of what I do in, you know, working when I do readings for people or healing sessions or, you know, shadow work sessions or Akashic readings. That's a lot of what comes through is like guidance to help you receive and align with what you truly desire, etc. Right? So it's not just about, and this is where people are shortchanging themselves, and this is where people, you know, that are like posting about this, trying to help others, if they're not talking about your heart and your feelings, it's not so much about speaking it or thinking it. It's about feeling it and having full faith in that feeling. Feeling what it feels like to have all that you desire. What is the feeling that you would feel if someone just miraculously slipped, you know, an extra $10,000 check in your mailbox randomly? That would feel incredible. That would feel miraculous. That would feel magical. Blessed. You would be ecstatic. And probably for a lot of you guys, extremely relieved. Oh my gosh, I can pay this, I can do this. So it's really not just seeing and speaking, like envisioning. It's what are you attaching as far as the emotion and feeling? Because emotion is connected to water. Water energy and the flow of it is connected to abundance and money. So if your feelings around money and abundance and receiving are actually like, you're just like, well, I'm writing my affirmations. That's great. That's a big piece of the puzzle, but it's not gonna get you to the equation that you desire, or the equation, the answer or the sum that you desire. Okay. If they can have it, so can you. Because every single person that you see having all the things that you really are calling in or you want to manifest, those people are just another version of you. So this literally is true. If they're doing it, you can too, because they're just another reflection of you. Okay. And I'm also hearing, for someone needs to hear this, if you have a spiritually based, this is for any kind of business or what you do, but specifically spiritually based business. If you're doing spiritually based work and it's about me, making money, how can I produce more money? What else can I do you're doing it wrong, and it will bite you. It will catch up to you for sure. When we operate from a place of love and the heart, and like, I know everyone is a reflection of me. I know, it makes you more compassionate and loving. At least that's how it's helped me. Because I don't see someone separate from me. I see them as another version of me. And so I want to help them, and I want to do what I can, the best I can. When I heal you, you heal me, vice versa. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm talking to a big group of healers. Money makers and hustlers, but it's like, you might be going about it the wrong way. Okay, yeah, like, we're not here to be money vultures. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. The vulture, for sure. The vulture is our, one of our biggest, if we didn't have vultures, like, our earth would be overrun with disease and just completely ransacked and riddled. So thank God for these beautiful creatures. The vulture spirit is connected to the death card energy as well. It literally eats and alchemizes, and it cleans up the death. It takes in the death, and then it alchemizes the death. Okay. So, it's the cleanup crew. So maybe the vulture spirit has been helping you clean up things in your life. Or maybe this is like, call on the vulture spirit. I love vultures. I really do. Like, every time I see them, I praise them. And I've had some really like crazy magical experiences while channeling, or in like a sacred ceremony or things like that, where the vultures have come up like crazy close. Like, they're just beautiful. So, most people don't like them because they think they're ugly, but like, who are we to judge? Like, everything from earth is beautiful, like, that's of earth, but nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. Okay, after that we have number 66. We have 63 and then 66. The white raven spirit, exactly. So the white raven spirit is like a super, super rare energy. Okay, like, to see an albino, or not even an albino, just a white raven. It doesn't have to be necessarily albino. But to see a white raven, it's extremely rare. And, as far as the spiritual world is concerned, and our ancestors and like the magic of it, it's extremely magical. Trust the magic. Like, all you have to do is stay optimistic and have faith and trust. Release all like lower vibrational energies around insecurity, jealousy, comparison, gossip. Gossip is one of the lowest vibrations, you guys. It's a bad one. And anything you gossip on someone else, it will come back on you, not them. Like, you definitely want to keep people's names out of your mouth, or whatever, or maybe that's a confirmation where you feel like people have been sending you evil eye or talking ill will towards you or about you or jealous about you or gossip. Okay, again, other people's opinions are none of your business. That's a them problem, not a you problem. I've become a master at this through my journey, especially being on YouTube and working my business and stuff. But it's like, just trust in your magic, stay in your lane, release anything that's lower vibration around that kind of stuff. And, you know, just know, if anyone else can do it out there, so can you. You want to be a billionaire, you can do it. You can do it. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump over to the tarot. 20 minutes in. Okay, so we'll go for another like 5 minutes or so. If you guys want to book with me, well, you know, we'll probably go to like around 28, 30 minutes. How about that? If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to, you know, tune in, get some guidance maybe for yourself or your twin flame journey, or just tune in into different things, whatever it is, everything's in the description box. I do like general psychic readings, mediumship readings, vent sesh, Akashic past life readings, healing sessions, shadow work sessions, like all kinds of stuff. So it's all there. It's an honor, privilege to work with any of you guys. Also, I totally forgot, like last weekend or whenever it was, that we did our, we did the Atlantis workshop, where we went to, we went into another realm where, and we went into and astral traveled into the Atlantean Ocean, the Atlantean waters, and we worked with the Delphi priestesses. Goddess Venus showed up, and she did all kinds of beautiful stuff. And of course, the Atlantean mermaids, and we were working in mermaid temples and the whales and dolphins. It was so whimsical, magical, but so extremely powerful. I mean, the healings and activations are like on the next level, of course, all connected with Atlantean energy. But the calming, soothing, healing energy, especially to the nervous system, to the gut, to the heart, etc. I mean, activating your healing hands, the energy centers, you know, any kind of blocks or things that maybe were cursed or put on your, you know, healing centers or your lineages, activating your full 12 strands of your, you know, your crystalline DNA, just a lot. But the inner child and the healing of the serenity, tranquility, and that's what everyone needs, really grounding us down. It was just like top tier, next level. I know I say this about all the workshops that I've done in the past, but this one, legit, you guys, was so different. The energy, the frequencies, it was completely different than anything that I've done like that. So if you guys were there, you guys watched, you know, you tuned in via the recording, please drop a comment and just kind of maybe let us know. It's so important, and it lets other people know, and it's just paying it forward. It's helping out your fellow light workers too. So my point being is, if you want to purchase the recording and you want to experience this, or you feel called, you know, you're connected with Atlantis, the mermaids, the ocean, and all the things, we just officially, oh, by the way, happy Cancer season. Today is Cancer's birthday season. We officially have entered. It's also the solstice and the summer solstice, the solstice gateway. It is huge, it is open. It's just a beautiful time. So if you're feeling called, you guys, I'm telling you, like, it is so beautiful and so powerful. Anyways, in the description box below as well, if you scroll like down the, you know, in the description, you'll see like more of the information, and then like to purchase the workshop, it's $44 USD. It's the same price as the workshop. So when people sign up, so the ticket price. But yeah, it is so cool, so cool. So, okay, gonna leave it there. All right, here we go. What else can we like get a little bit around finances for Sagittarius, and then we'll get a little around love. Ten of Swords, deep anguish. Yeah, okay, so this is why I was picking up on all that stuff earlier. So that's why it's like, have faith and be optimistic, you know, of affirmations, jealousy around like maybe what other you're seeing, maybe what other, like an example might be like an MLM. Like, let's say you start a business or an MLM, okay, and then someone else signs up with you around the same time, but they just start taking off while you're kind of really having trouble even getting going. Okay, that kind of stuff. But you know what I mean? Apples to oranges. Like, their journey is their journey and your journey is your journey. I always say, never compare your beginning to someone else's middle, and never compare your middle to someone else's end. Meaning, like, we're all on different timelines. We're all in different journeys. We are all in different, you know, we all have different soul purposes and missions and contracts and karma and all the things, right? There's so much more going on that meets the eye. All you have to do is just have faith and be optimistic. You are completing a very, like, just dark, painful, you could be at rock bottom, or you did maybe over the last year, 10 months, or maybe you're like about to, or, because I'm literally hearing initiate rock bottom. Like, it's your free will. Like, you have to initiate it. Maybe that's a fear, like, or maybe that was a fear. Like, I know it could be like a breakup or a divorce. Like, I know what I need to do to stop this, like, deep anguish and to end this painful cycle. But I know it's going to send me into a tower, rock bottom. But that's exactly what you need, right? Like, that's what we've all needed. So anyways, the 10 leads to a 1. So it's like, you're done. You've completed this, or you're done. You're done. Okay? And that's what they're saying. Like, you know, everything you've been going through was to level you up to the Ace of Swords, where it's a victory, triumphant, you know, new beginning. You're in alignment with your divine truth, authenticity, like all that good stuff. And you know what's crazy, you guys, is a little while ago, this was on the bottom of the deck. I saw it and I said, if it wants to come out, it will. So I put it back in. I kept shuffling or whatever. We have the full moon. So the moon just representing the significance of the moon energy right now. So we literally, what is it, tomorrow or the next day or something? I don't know. We have the new moon, okay? New moon, new beginnings. But it's about you receiving, as above, so below. Sunflower could be relevant. We do have a lot of Leo energy here with the lion and with that sunflower, you know? So Leo could be significant, I don't know. Generous giving. See, the reversal energy says unbalanced taking. So it could have been something like that. Like, maybe you had to learn lessons about being more fair, or just balance, reciprocity, or these were lessons you learned being with other people or around other people. But whatever the case is, this is a positive flow of universal reward. And for a lot of you guys, yeah, I mean, it comes in the material form. So money starts flowing where it's been stuck and stagnant, where it feels like maybe you've been pulling teeth to make money or manifest money. Things just start flowing. That's what I mean. Trust in the magic. Nothing is wasted. Like, it's been cleanup time, refinement time, purification time, and now it's magic time. Okay, so if you see a beautiful vulture spirit in the sky, or, you know, cleaning up some, you know, carcass in the road, or, you know, or you see another reference to the white raven spirit, then there you go. This is the universe giving back. Where you have given, now it's giving back to you. What goes around always comes around. Can we get one more? There it is, Queen of Coins, clarifying the 10 of Swords. It's almost like a cycle of lack and scarcity, where there was massive lessons, generational curses around this kind of stuff. Like, you really had to learn a lot and push through. You know, you probably come from a family that thinks like that. Like, oh, we're always broke, or, oh, you always got to be hustling to make money, or, you know what I mean? And it's like, no. That's not how it works. Okay, you can think, speak, and feel things into existence like that. Remembering that this 3D reality is a simulation, and at any point in time, you can create new pictures of reality and call those in and claim those. It's up to you. You're the one manifesting your life and experiences. This is big money, honey. Queen, you've leveled up big. See, this is what happens. Level up big when you go through something like this, for sure. There you go. What did I say? It's material realm, and you're receiving big. And now she comes out. Okay, so we have air signs and earth signs. Peaceful abundance. Peaceful abundance. It's not exhausting and you're overworking and, you know, it's just peaceful. Like, she's just chill. Okay? But also, like, the stuff that, you know, is coming in, it creates peace in her life. It creates peace. She doesn't got to worry. She never has to worry again. It's like that. 8 of coins. It's like the moment all of your hard work pays off. Now, let's just ask really quickly about love. You've just been in this deep place of transformation, and like you've completely just burned down the old, and that's what like you've risen as the phoenix now in. So you're showing up as like queen energy, man or woman, confident ambition. Here we go. So in regards to love, your peaceful abundance, this level up and this confident ambition and just being in your power and feeling sexy and really owning that. And like, even if you're not quite like there yet, like, again, this is about like reclaim your power. Like, yeah, I am sexy and like, I don't care what other people think and I feel good in my skin and like, you know, all these different things. But it's also about being like Queen of Wands for me. Like, she's the witchy one. Like, she's super witchy, super magical, you know, like she knows like the curses and the spells and all the things, but she's not going to curse anybody because we know that people curse themselves by their own karma and, you know, negative karma. So acquiring expertise, that's what this painful cycle has taught you. We call these initiations. This is a part of the ascension protocols is what I say. It's everything that you have to, every single soul that's going to initiate and climb higher into their, you know, leveling up with ascension protocol. Like, we all go through it, right? We all go through it. So you've been acquiring expertise. This could also be about like what you've been like learning and wisdoms around other things. Whatever it is, whatever you've acquired, it's paying off. Like, the fruits of your labor attached to it is big. So it could be like diplomacy. It could be spiritual, you know, intelligence, wisdom. I'm hearing horticulture. So maybe you've been learning a lot about plants and gardening, and you know, maybe that's a part of your light work, is showing others like, hey, this is how you can live off the land. And let me tell you, those of you guys who are starseeds, light workers, earth angels, etc., where that's a part of your soul calling and your light work, because it's not a part of mine. I wish it was. I love gardening. I'm super into all that. But as far as me like starting a YouTube channel about it or being a way shower in regards to that, no, that's not a part of it. But if that's you guys, I'm telling you right now, get that ball rolling. Maybe you already are. Start your YouTube channel and show people like, this is how you can do like easy gardens. This is how you can start things from a seed. Because let me tell you, in the years to come, that's going to be necessity. People are really going to need that on a big scale. Okay. All right. So this is what I've got. You know, speaking of horticulture, let's just pull a card. Oh, you know what? Sorry. I'm going over my time again. So, okay. Thank you for liking and for helping my channel grow and for helping this video. I just saw 3333. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Mi amores, you have just mastered a big initiation and a soul, something that you came here to master on a soul level. Like, you're mastering it. You've mastered it enough where the universe is going, okay, they've been acquiring expertise and learning and all these things around this, and now, boom. Another card of like trust. There's something real big. Oh, that's why, because new love is coming into your life. A new person is either stirring, or maybe they already have stirred your heart, your romantic feelings. Situation is calling for you to have faith. I said I was going to pull on love, but you know, the spirit kind of guides the readings where it wants to go. So if love was like the main thing they wanted to talk about today, they would have. So basically the other part of this message, the main part is what you needed today the most, my love. So, but yeah, trust, your trust, your faith, your optimism around your love life, around your you know, your 7th house in your birth chart, the house of marriage, partnership, all that. Yeah. Some things, just like everything else, it's like that silver lining. Okay, I don't know what I just did to these, but I don't have time. I'm just gonna shuffle. The situation is calling for you to have faith, because a new person has or will be stirring your romantic feelings. Okay, he's down on one knee and he's holding a red rose. You know? Like, we're not here, like, we've been going, basically, like, if someone's coming into your life, always use your discernment, but like, it feels like who's coming in, they could quite possibly be the person you spend your life with. You could be getting engaged soon. Ask for proposal. Okay? Yeah, look, and then heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So, honesty. Communication. I feel like that's a big one, because who I'm talking to, like, that's been a big karmic, like, lesson in past relationships, is very, like, toxic communication between you and your person you were with or whatever, or a lack of no communication, like, where someone, it's just like internalizing everything, and there's builds up, and then every once in a while there's a massive boom, you blow up because it's been building, right? Or the communication is just not good. It's not flow. It doesn't flow. It's, you know, so I feel like the heart-to-heart conversations and the really beautiful flow of, like, reciprocity between your hearts and your words is a really big deal for who I'm talking to. Okay. I'm hearing put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, like, you know, it's easy to talk and flap lips, but like talking your, walking your walk, not just talking your talk, that's a whole different thing. And I think, Sagittarius, you're in that place as the Queen of Coins, Queen of Wands, where you're just like, if you're coming in with, like, you know, gaslighty BS, like, turn back around and go. Remove yourself from my presence. It's like that. Okay. So we're going to end this with, this is my newest deck. It's, that's why I said, speaking of, like, gardening and horticulture, it's, I forget exactly, like, what it's called, like, the Garden Oracle, or, shoot, sorry guys, hold on 1 second. I just want to see if I could find my little booklet for it. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's Spirits in Flowers. So, you know, because everything is spirit and has a, you know, a frequency, healing, energy. Okay, so here it is, if you want to order. I got mine on Amazon. Spirits in Flowers Oracle Guidebook. And you guys, like, I always, like, purchase decks or get decks that I can feel the high frequency of them, and like, they call out to me, like, so this one was like, boom. And the fact that it had a rose, and I'm a Magdalene Priestess, and just all that energy of the connection to the rose. And so let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to say. So I know, see, I went over time, but that's okay, because I kind of, like, lost track of time, but then I was like, oh, like, let's ask this, and let's ask this, and then I was like, oh, I forgot love. So here we go. So you guys did get a 40-minute reading, but the anemone, I can never say it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We have the bumblebee. This also speaks of, like, your community, you know, hard work, working together, like, you know, the bees work well together, creating, like, the honey, and, like, you know, it speaks of, like, honey, like, fruits of your labor, like, you know, sweetness. Anticipation, number 12, anticipation. And then you have rosemary on the bottom of the deck. We see the 2 rings. So it's signifying life after death. And these 2 branches, and these 2, see these again, it's 2, 2, 2. There's a lot of symmetry in this oracle. It's something, I feel like someone is, like, recollecting or nostalgic, maybe over you. But this also, like I said, it's like engagement, marriage, things like that. Anticipation. It's what you've been anticipating. It's what you've been anticipating. Okay, that's what I've got. I love you, sweethearts. Mwah. Bye.